What's going on, everyone? It's Dan here. I want to welcome you all to the game update for December 2022, and we are jumping into a good chunk of stuff this month. I'm actually very excited. There was a lot more than I originally thought. A couple of surprises here and there that I've been kind of, I guess, waiting on, but we're going to be jumping into, obviously, this month. Now, I think it's crazy because it's already December. Feels like we've just started 22, and it's already almost over. So time goes by mad quick these days. There's so many things we're doing, so many releases, and yeah, it just really doesn't take long to get through a month anymore. Speaking on that, let's jump right into our first set of games. Now, the first thing I'm just going to throw out there, it's already been on the go, but I'm just going to mention it, obviously. Need for Speed Unbound has been getting completed. Originally, the game had a launch of December 2nd. However, with EA Play Pro, I have that, so I get early access of 3 days. So I actually started the run a couple days ago, or like 3 days ago on the 29th. So I'm just throwing that out there. Obviously that's already there. I'm not going to make an official announcement because we've already been playing it, but I figured I'd just throw that out there anyway for those that have been missing it, because some people do miss the streams and don't even know that I finished. Like, I have people saying, when are you playing Evil Dead? When are you finishing up God of War? I've done both those things already. Or not Evil Dead, sorry, Evil West, not Evil Dead. You know what I mean? So yeah, you always got to check the channel. I always post the latest series in a playlist form, so if they've got enough streams in them, besides, like if it's a one and done stream, that's a little bit different. But if it's a series, you can always check. I always do the newest stream or series at the top, and then it goes down as to the latest. That's basically how I organize things. So just check the channel if you're not sure. Anyway, moving on to the first official game. We haven't started yet, obviously. Depends obviously when we're getting a copy of this. Maybe today, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow though, December 2nd. We have the Callisto Protocol. For those who are unaware of this game, it is a game that has been highly anticipated. I'm super excited for it because it is basically, it's the vision of one of the original Dead Space writers and devs, So his vision is coming back, and you can see the heavy Dead Space influence. Now, mind you, it's not Dead Space, but it's basically Dead Space. It's basically what we've known as Dead Space, and it's in a new story, kind of a new, but it's the same style, same sci-fi horror survival theme, which I am so excited for. The game is roughly, I think, 12 to 14 hours in length, so I'm guessing it'll be a 2-stream situation, 6 hours one day, 6 hours another, or whatever the case ends up being. Try and do half the game in one stream, half the game in the other stream. So if we play this tomorrow on the Friday, the actual launch day, I'll most likely do it on Monday and Friday, you know what I mean? So stream it for Monday, finish Friday, start Friday, finish Monday for that one. I'm so excited for this one, and I think a good chunk you are as well. People have been telling me it's one of their most hyped games of the year, so that's gonna be pretty sweet. All right, moving on to next week. We actually have some DLCs and some things I wasn't aware of on the agenda, and I'm going to throw them out there. This month was supposed to be basically done. From next week, I would have been basically on to the next game, or the last game, looking at this. But like a bunch of things popped up, like 3 things popped up that I didn't originally announce. So I'm going to throw this out there. All right, now coming out on the 6th, we have 2 things on the 6th. I most likely won't play both of these on the 6th, but I think I'll be able to play them throughout the week. I think I'll kind of, based on when I can line them up, because the plan, at least right now, is I'm going to be doing Callisto Protocol Friday and Monday, as I said, finish up Need for Speed Tuesday, which is the 6th. So then on Wednesday, we're going to jump into this first DLC, which is the Lost Between Worlds DLC for Far Cry 6. Now, I didn't think that Far Cry was getting any more DLC based on the, the see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil style, based on the original villains from past Far Cry games, where it was basically like a roguelite style of gameplay. Now they've kept that style alive in this. So it's basically a story that actually follows Danny Rojas once again, except it's in that theme. So it's like between realms, as in like I believe it's like a sci-fi element, but it's the same kind of idea. You go in and you defeat various enemies in trials as they go on. They get tougher and tougher. And I'm pretty sure it also is in that roguelite style. So it is supposed to be a more challenging DLC. But it's been a while since we've actually played these things. I can't remember when the 3rd installment of these Far Cry DLCs came out. I don't remember. I think it was like March, and it was supposed to be in like April or something like that, or even May, but they did it back to back. So it's like I think one of them, the second episode came out in February and then March instead of February then April or February then May, whatever it was. They just bumped it up. So I think that's pretty much what's going to happen with that. So anyway, I'm going to look into that. Like I said, I'll probably play that on the 7th, not the 6th, just because of how the schedule is going to be. And I think certain games are going to take a priority. But we'll check that out when we get a chance. Also coming out on the 6th, again, most likely, I'm hoping to line this up maybe towards the end of the week, maybe on Friday afternoon. I don't know. We'll see what happens because it is a co-op DLC. So we have the 3rd expansion for Back 4 Blood, and it's called River of Blood. Now this is its own, it's got another chapter, another story mission as well. Act 6 is being added to the end of it. So if we thought the last DLC ended kind of poorly, which it did, this one is going to pick up from there. So there wasn't an intent to just end it, but we're picking up from there. Now, I will say the last DLC, Children of the, whatever it was, Children of the, I keep wanting to say Children of the Corn, but I know that's not it. You know what I mean? The Children DLC, we'll call it. That one ended. I mean, I didn't really like it that much, but it gave us a little something. We got to revisit the game, which we do enjoy the game. We like the co-op, so I'm going to try and get the guys together and hopefully make it work out for the Friday afternoon, because that's most likely when we're going to have to do it. But we'll figure it out. And like again, it's not going to be on the 7th or the 8th, because it's going to be on the 9th, like I said, most likely, hopefully in the 9th. But speaking on that, we have something a little bit different coming out on the 8th. It's not, that's not the right way to do it. It's not coming out on the 8th, but it is on the 8th. And we have the Game Awards. So they're streaming the Game Awards. It is in the evening though. I believe it starts like 5:30 my time, so like 5 to 8. So because it's so late, I probably won't make that work. So I'm most likely just going to ignore what people are saying and just stream it the morning after. So on the 9th, on the 9th itself, I'm most likely going to try and, you know, squeeze that one in, you know what I mean? So at least that's the plan. Or whatever, yeah, because if it's the evening of the 8th, I'll most likely have to play it on the 8th as well. So I figured on the 9th. So I figured I'd throw that out there. But yeah, I will be checking out the Game Awards. They usually announce a lot of new games at the Game Awards. Not a lot, but some major ones. It's not the same thing like E3 or Summer Games Fest or anything like that. But obviously, you want to see what games win Game of the Year and things like that, things we can guess. Obviously, if I'm not watching it live, there's a spoiler chance people are going to announce things to me or mention things to me, which I know is unavoidable. But I still want to check it out and see what's going to get what. So hopefully, we can keep those spoilers to a minimum if possible, and we'll try and stream it literally the morning, my normal stream time. I think it's going to be about a 3-hour stream, so it won't be that long anyway. So I might have to tack on an extra, which is why I say it's perfect to play, if we're streaming it on the 9th instead, we can just play that DLC afterwards, which is probably going to be like 2 to 3 hours tops, you know what I mean? So that, I think, works out perfectly. Anyway, let's move on. Now, this game I'm very excited for, but I'm a little concerned, and I'll explain why in a second. So coming out on the 8th, we have a free update for a game I played on the channel back in, I believe, 2011 is when I first posted my series on this game. Actually, it might have been earlier than that. But the game actually came out originally in 2007, one of my favorite games of the late 2010s. It started something that, I guess like a gaming style that's been duplicated and attempted. I even got a tattoo, which I've now covered up, but I got a tattoo for it at the time, and one of my favorite game series of that era and of all time, Portal. So Portal, what is going on with Portal? Essentially, there is a free RTX upgrade, literally the game, or they consider it a DLC. So you have the base Portal, which I already do on Steam, and you can apply this update, and it's essentially what it sounds like, Portal with RTX. So essentially ray tracing. It's so ray traced, updated like visuals. And obviously Portal, the original Portal, isn't that long of a game if you know what you're doing. Now, it's been a long time since I played the original Portal. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's one of those things that's kind of embedded. I used to be so fast at that game. I remember I would do like almost a speed run. I think I did like a speed run in my original run, and then I don't think I actually did like a commentary one. It was like a non-commentary like run. It was like basically I tried to do it as fast as possible on PC, and but I haven't played it since then. It's been a long time. Well, not since then, but I think I played it on, no, that's not true. I did play it on Facebook. I streamed it, so it might have been around the 2018 time frame when I played Portal. So the original once again. So it's been a minute, but this is RTX, and the visual difference is insane. Here's the downside. The recommended card, sorry, the minimum card, I believe they say is a 3060. I think the minimum spec card is a 3060. and the recommended is a 3080, and the Ultra settings is a 4080. So as you can see, I've been rocking a 2080 Ti for a few years now, and I just haven't been, number one, it's been very difficult to actually get a card that isn't over, like someone buys up and overinflates. Good luck getting a 4090 or even a 3090, very hard to come by these cards. I just don't really want to spend the money on a big card like that. It's just not something, ironically, it's not in the cards for me right now to, you know, to spend money on a card like that. Obviously, you can get the previous model, but I don't want to just buy like a 3080 and when the 4080s are only a few $100 extra. So it's almost like, it doesn't make sense to buy a new 30 when it's already on the way out the door. You know what I mean? There's a lot. So I'm worried because I probably can play it. I'm just worried at what specs I can play it. Where is it, if I can't play it, is there a point to even, you know, get like labeling it as an RTX, you know, Portal with RTX, if I can't even like ray trace effectively, you know, if the frame rate is really bad, I don't know, you know what I mean? So I know if I guess that a 3080 meets the recommended settings, and a 2080 Ti's performance compared to a 3080 is not that different. So, I mean, it is and it isn't. Obviously, the 2080 came out in 18. I believe the 3080 came out in 20. So, it's a few years off. And in hindsight, it would have been better if I just put a 3080 in this thing right from the get-go. But it was just the build timing was so poor. It was just like literally, I built it. I ordered the PC. I got all the parts. But then the 3080 came out like right after I think I actually received the computer. So, it's like, ugh. The 2080 Ti has been fine, but it's you could tell it's got some issues with it. It's been kind of a buggy card, and people have been having issues with it too. So I don't know. I'm at that point where it's free anyway, so if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I can just figure out something else to play. But I would very much like to, even if I have to run it on like medium settings, if I can just throw RTX on just so we can get some of the experience. Because let's be honest, a lot of the visuals are going to be lost on things anyway. So I'll maybe do some benchmarks, check it out, try and see what makes the most sense. And if it does make sense, I'll run through Portal once again with RTX. I think that'd be really cool. Basically, think of it like a Portal remastered, a free DLC. I think that you can't really go wrong with that. So I just figured I'd throw that out there. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know about that one. So anyway, that's it for next week. The week after, we have on the 13th, High on Life. So essentially, it's a first-person shooter game where all the weapons in it talk and crack jokes and things like that, and they all have their own unique abilities and things like that. And it was from the mind of Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty. So it's along that style. It's a lot of comedy elements, but it's also kind of like a fast-paced first-person shooter as well. So this game, I think, got pushed a couple times. It's been stable at this release, but you never know when it's actually going to come. They said holiday 2022, and then it moved on to December 13th, 2022. So we're probably going to jump into that. I hope it'll be a good time. At least we'll have some laughs in it, especially if you're a Rick and Morty fan. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because it's the same kind of comedy. So with various voice acting from him and a few other, you know, notable people like JB Smoove. So I think that could be pretty cool to check out for the 13th. But literally after that, there are releases coming out, but they're kind of games that I'm not vibing with. I don't really have an interest in. So if you're wondering about those, most of the games I've covered, I've already said, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm not doing this, just so you know. But obviously, if there's anything you feel I missed, let me know. Now, there's one more thing I want to throw out there, because this is not a release that comes out, but it is a series I'm going to be doing around this time frame, and most likely a little bit into, depending how fast we can get through it, it's very possible we'll have it done before the new year. But because of the nature of how we're playing these games now, because we can get through things a lot quicker. But I'm going to be doing this on December 19th, which is a Monday. Now, I did the math. Now, hold on, before we get into that. Now, a few months ago, I don't exactly remember what date. I think it was April something. I don't know when I did it. Earlier in the year, might have been a little bit later than that. Might have been, no, it might have been in the summer, like June or July. I think it was July, actually. Forgive me, it was July. It wasn't that long ago. So in July of this year, I decided to replay a game, one of my most notable series on the channel, excuse me, and I played the game multiple times already. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So in total now, I have 3 runs of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Or do I? 4 runs. I have 4 runs. Sorry. I have 4. Sorry. I have a light side. I have a dark side. I have a PC neutral. run, which I did in like 2018, I think, and where I did a female neutral, and then I did my 10-year anniversary. So the idea this year was it's been 10 years since Kotor 1, my first Kotor 1 Let's Play for the channel. Obviously, it was a game I had heavily played, so I figured I'd play it for the channel at the time. And so in homage to the original run, I did kind of like a mirror run where I was light side, Jedi Guardian, dual sabers, you know, kind of along that path. So we're going to be doing the exact same thing with Kotor 2. So in honor of, it'll be 10 years for my Kotor 2 Let's Play on December 18th, I believe it is. 2012 is when I posted that, December 18th, 2012. So since the 18th is a Sunday, I figured the 19th would be perfect. We're going to do a PC run with mods, you know, texture packs, all the stuff we could possibly do or use to make it a better experience. And but we're going to be doing an homage to the original run, which was a dark side run. I don't remember what I used for a saber. I want to say it was double bladed, but I could be mistaken. I'll have to check what I chose, but that's going to be the kind of idea. So we're going to do that. We might actually enhance it with mods, you know, like I said, with some missions that weren't there originally, we might add to it. But we're going to be doing the same theme. And based on how quickly we finish Kotor 1, and considering there's no more releases for the rest of 2022 after High on Life that I'm covering, so basically from the 19th all the way to the end of the year, I can basically spend on Kotor, Kotor 2 10-year anniversary. So with that in mind though, I don't think it'll take me weeks to finish, because Kotor 1 only took me, I think it took me about 5 or 6 streams. I might be wrong, maybe 8 streams. I gotta double check how long it took me, but I sorted each planet by, you know, each stream by planet. So you know, there's gonna be some doubling back, so there might be a couple where we dip back here and there. But I'm gonna keep the theme relatively the same. At least that's the plan. So some planets might be together. Like I know obviously Duxon, you come back to Duxon, so I might do like Duxon and Onderon at one run, and then obviously when we return to Duxon, it might be a tag team with, like, you know, there's like a time where you return to Nar Shaddaa. You know what I mean? We're gonna try and figure that out, but that's gonna be the plan. So I think we'll be able to have a lot of time to finish that. I don't know if I'll have it done before Christmas, but I'll do it after. I'll continue it after Christmas, which obviously is going to be, I feel like, a great way to end the year out. You know what I mean? A nice little 10-year end. I probably will put Kotor to bed for a good while though, because that'll be 4 runs a pop for Kotor 1 and Kotor 2. So there's only so much Kotor you can play. You know, it's a fantastic game, one of my favorites, and I feel like it's good to save it for these kind of special occasions. 10-year anniversary makes a ton of sense. So, because you never know, right? You never know how long it's going to be before we have another anniversary. If I'm even going to be on YouTube in another 10 years, I don't know, right? So I figured we'll send this off with another 10-year anniversary run, and that'll end the year well. Speaking on that, moving on, obviously, we're going to be doing our year-end content. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for the announcement video of the various, you know, year-end videos that I do. Obviously, those year-end videos are going to start in January. So I'm going to like give you guys, for example, the top 10 fan voted moments is going to come back. I'll let you guys vote on your favorite moments for the year. You guys know the drill at this point. And then obviously we're gonna do a top 5 best games of the year, unless I end up finding it hard to pick 5 and there's too many to choose from. I might go to 10 this year, because I've dumbed it back from 10, because I found I was giving best games of the year to games that were kind of meh at best. I don't really wanted to put them in the best. I want to fight for the top 5. So I think a 5 countdown is always better than a 10, especially when like the ones near the bottom are like, it could be better. You know what I mean? I don't want to give it to that. I want really good games that are fighting for it. Again, it makes it tough sometimes, because just based on the, you know, the competition, sometimes you want to include them all. You're like, man, if it was a top 6, it'd be perfect, but sometimes it's just the way it goes. That's why I throw out honorable mentions as well. So we're gonna be doing those, and keep an eye out, like I said, for the voting video for the top 10 fan voted moments. I will probably post that within usually about 2 weeks, maybe 1 week, for your favorite moments, you know what I mean, to give you guys enough time to get the votes in, and then I'll be creating that video in early January, or maybe at the end of the year, and have it ready for January. I don't know how I'm gonna roll with it yet. It does take me like all day, so it's one of those days that I'm gonna have to take off from streaming to make. So that's one thing I've got to keep in mind. So I'm gonna try and sort it around there. So just guys, so you guys understand, that's the way it's gonna go. One thing as well, I know it's been over a month, I think, since I've played a lot of my sports games. You know, I haven't touched NHL, PGA in like a month. So I do want to go back to those, but I'm prioritizing these games. So it might be, I might have time. I want to try and do the same thing. I've played NBA kind of recently, but I haven't played PGA or NHL in ages. So I want to do like another one of those double days where the way I've been playing NHL and PGA, I've been sorting like NHL usually been about a 3-hour stream, and then PGA's been a 3-hour stream. So eventually when things slow down, we're going to be playing those a lot more. Obviously January's not going to have that much stuff. There is some stuff in January, mind you, but there's going to be way more breaks, and we're going to be all caught up. And even December, like I said, so we might have some streams where we might just play the sports games in between Kotor 2, for example. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I'm letting you guys know, yes, I'm still doing those. I do apologize. It's been a minute since I played them. But I think it's okay. Those are not as highly requested series anyway. So I think we'll stick with the newer stuff that most people want to watch. So anyway, I believe, let me just do one last check. I believe that is it for the month of December. There's a couple other games that have no release dates that say 2022, but judging that there's no announcement yet, they probably will be delayed to next year. So I'm not even going to mention these yet until we actually hear a date. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to leave a like on it if you did. Comment your thoughts. Let me know what game you're looking forward to the most, or DLC, what piece of content you're looking forward to the most this month. Obviously, I'm going to need you guys' help, like I said, with the year-end videos, with the top 10 fan voted moments. So make sure you do place your votes for those. And as well, subscribe if you're new. Turn on those post notifications, bell icons so you don't miss anything I put out. Be sure to like and follow my socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discord. Those are all linked in the description. If you want to get a shirt or hoodie, of course, link in the description for that. Also, an embedded feature below the video. You can scroll down and see some of the goodies I have there. Big shout out to all the sponsors of the stream, of course: DXRacer, Bones Coffee, Always Bearded, The Ridge Wallet, Mad Rabbit Tattoo, and Jinx Custom Controllers. I use their products every single day, and you can check them out for yourselves with the links in the description. Be sure to use my promo code DANQ8000 to save at checkout with them. Finally, guys, be sure to sign up and check out the Team 8000 membership program if you haven't done so already. It does support the page a lot. There's 4 tiers available: Entry, Basic, Premium, and Ultimate. All 4 of those tiers have a wide variety of perks, but obviously the higher up in the tier list you go, the better and more perks you're going to get. But that entry level, man, it's only 99 cents, super cheap and easy to get into the program. You'll get things like custom badges by your name, custom emojis to use in chat, exclusive video and stream access, priority open lobbies, giveaways, discounts, and plenty more. Speaking on that, because it's the start of the new month, we're going to try and stuff in my members only stream for this month. Early, I'd say next week, probably around maybe after one of the DLC runs. I think maybe like on the 7th, like after I complete the DLC for Far Cry 6. If we can do it quick enough, we'll do the member only stream there. And obviously we'll be doing the ultimate tier giveaway, so make sure you are an ultimate tier member if you want into the giveaway. First place gets a game of their choice. Second place will get a t-shirt from my merch shop. And yeah, make sure you're a basic member or higher as well to enter that giveaway. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, people were asking about Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to go back to that. Same deal with the sports games. I know I got to go back to that. I told people I was going to make it play this game a lot more because I was enjoying it. But there are new games that do have to take priority, so it's going to be the same rule. That was one game I forgot to mention. Sorry about that, guys. And one last thing I want to mention before I sign off. This very well has a very high potential and possibility, very, very high possibility for this to be the very final game update I'm going to do for the channel. I'm pretty positive on it. I'm not 100%, but I'm very positive on it. And I just find the reason for this is these videos, for the amount, they do take a good chunk of time to make, and I just feel they almost are moot at this point because the people that watch the videos already know that I have a project list, and they already are aware where they can go, the tools they can use to find out what games are coming out. But the people that don't watch them still ask me what games I'm playing. I will mention a game in stream or something, or in one of these videos, and mention, hey, I'm going to be playing this game, and people will ask me right after, or even in stream. Someone will ask me that question, and then I'll answer the question. Someone else will ask the same question. You know what I mean? So it's almost like there's not much point in making these videos if people aren't going to go and look at them and see what's going to watch or what's coming out. I totally understand not everyone's going to want to, especially if there's I have in my about section, I have a list of games that I'm going to be playing. There's not really a need, if I can just, send people to that, to that list, or, use a Nightbot command or something if people want to see that. It'll just pull up my entire list of things that are coming out, and I can update that frequently. I haven't fully decided if enough people want me to keep going, because some people just like watching them to get an idea of what to expect. Some people just like this, interactive kind of a way of talking. Obviously, you guys can recommend games in the comments, but I find that based on the amount of views that each of these videos get and the amount of interaction, it's just there's not as much as is necessary they're not really doing much, you know what I mean? Because some games ending up getting canceled or changed. I might be like, hey, I'm gonna play this game, and then not. If I make a video, it's like saying, okay, I'm definitely gonna do it. And say I missed a video or something, for example, or I missed a game. For example, I missed the fact that Need for Speed Unbound was getting an early 3-day release, I would have mentioned it last month, you know what I mean, instead of this month or whatever, and I missed it, so it makes that video kind of outdated already. So I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. You let me know. I might make another maybe poll to see if people actually think it makes sense. But I figured I'd just throw that out there. Probably gonna be the last game update, and we'll just do other means to do it. But figured I'd let you guys know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited to get into these games, finish up 2022 with a bang. It's gonna be a good one, I hope. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you soon for some more content and live streams, all right? Until then, let's hand things over to Noxhill. Have a good one, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble, wildin' wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style, it's dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding, tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving, fire back if they ain't vibing. Lie with that, got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us, they gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like the Vader. Players, grab your respirators, night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers, just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Noxhill, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that damn kill. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.